Hi. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're new, welcome to the channel. I'm Helena and this is my daughter Layla. She is 9 months now as of Monday. As of Monday. It's the 22nd and she was 9 months on the 20th. She's getting really big and it's just, time is flying by. It's crazy. So honestly, when I was pregnant with her, I didn't even imagine, like, you know, her being this big. I imagined a baby. That's what I imagined. And she is a baby, but she's a big baby now. And I don't know, I'm just surprised. I don't know why I'm surprised, but I'm surprised. Today, we were going to do a little 9-month update. And obviously, I forgot to even mention, because I'm used to it now, but yes, she has a helmet. So I'll explain that and go into more detail on that in the video. But I'm gonna be looking, I have some notes written down on my phone. I'm gonna be looking at them. If you're wondering why I'm looking at my phone the whole time, I'm not being rude. I'm just trying to make sure that I don't forget anything or, you know, lose my train of thought, because I tend to do that. I guess I'll start with just her regular update stuff. I'm not gonna go right into the helmet. I'll leave that after I kind of update you guys on what's going on just with her besides the helmet. As you guys know, she sleeps perfectly fine. And even with the helmet, she still sleeps perfectly fine. Actually, last night she slept for 14 hours straight, which was insane. So I wasn't expecting that, but she fell asleep really early. She fell asleep at 5 and she woke up at 7. So that was a while. But yes, another thing, we have 2 teethers popping through on the bottom. Oh, yes we do. Oh, uh-oh, that means sleepy. So yeah, we have 2 teeth popping through on the bottom. She is teething now. They're actually coming in pretty quickly. It's kind of late. They're both coming in at the same time. I would say they popped through maybe 2 weeks ago, something like that. Maybe even less. But yeah, so 2 at once. Yes, 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 yes! Something I thought that was kind of interesting about that is she is a huge drooler. And now that these 2 teeth have popped through, I don't see an increase in drool. I actually see a decrease, which is kind of odd. So she used to wear bibs all the time and she needed them or else she would be soaked. And now she doesn't really need a bib unless, like, she has her moments. She has her bib moments. When she's eating, she drools a lot because she's just, you know, she loves food, as you can see from this chunky cheese. Going into eating now, like I was just saying, with the drooling, she pretty much eats everything. There's nothing that she isn't into, really. The only thing that I can say, and this makes sense, is that she doesn't love like just avocado. Avocado was something else she likes, but just plain avocado she doesn't like very much, which makes sense because it's kind of an odd taste for a baby to like. So that's something that she doesn't totally love. She'll eat it, but she's like kind of unsure about it. She loves snacks. I have my puffs over here. I'm not gonna pick them up because then she's gonna lose her mind and I'm gonna have to feed her like a bunch of puffs. So those are my backup if, you know, stuff starts hitting the fan here. But I have snacks all over this place. I have like teether wheels over there and broccoli puffs and teether, the little num num crackers and stuff. She loves those. So if we need them, we'll pull them out. You know, we gotta pull out all the stops. Yeah, girl. So, as you can see, yes, she is very food motivated. She will do things for food. And that brings me to her size. Yay! I'm a big girl! Goodness. That brings me to, oops. It's okay, you have another one. You have other ones. It's on your footy. Pull it off. Good girl. Good girl. She is in 12-month clothes now. But she's been in 12-month clothes for a while, for a few months now. Yeah. She's been in 12-month clothes for a while. She's excited. And last we weighed her, was, I don't remember where exactly we were, some appointment. She was 23 pounds. So she's 23 pounds, which is on the bigger side, and yes, she's chunky. She's also long, she's very tall. She's very tall. I'm sorry for the interruption. She's, you know, very vocal. That's another thing. She's very vocal. She will tell you what she's feeling. She obviously hasn't said any words yet. We're waiting on that. Really pushing mama. But as of right now, it's a lot of bubble blowing and spitting and raspberries and screaming and all stuff like that. So nothing but fun in this house. Expecting her to say her first word sometime soon. I'm hoping. Another thing is she's great with her schedule. We have a pretty good schedule going. We wake up at around 7:30, if I'm lucky, closer to 8, but that's like a rarity. And I do think because of her 14-hour stretch that she slept last night, I do think that she is probably at a growth spurt right now. So she's been napping a lot. She's had several long naps today, and as you can see, she was rubbing her eyes, so she's probably gonna nap again soon, which is nice for me because I get some me time. I have everything done around the house, so I can just like sit on the couch and watch some show. I don't know what I'm gonna watch, but yeah, so that's where we're at. Basically, the schedule's going great. Everything's going great. We don't really have any issues. She's whacking herself with the iPad on her helmet. Loves bath time. Bath time is a big time in this house. She loves to splash around. She has plenty of toys. We have a whole bag of bath toys that she loves to play with. I put them in there with her. And she's in an inflatable bath right now. She can't sit in the bathtub, in the regular bathtub by herself. So we put the inflatable tub into our real tub. And we filled that up. And with all her toys, the whole entire little inflatable tub is just like filled with stuff and filled with toys. And she has a floating xylophone, and she's got a little penguin that swims. Yeah, you got the coolest toys. The bath time's great because with the helmet, obviously, well, maybe not obviously, because probably most people don't know too much about the helmet, but with the helmet, that cannot get wet. So pretty much the rules with the helmet is that they wear it for, whoa, you want a tea and cracker? Let me get you a cracker. I know you know what's coming. Okay. So pretty much with the helmet, what they have us do, she has to wear it 23 hours of the day. So that's pretty much all the time. She gets an hour off for bath time and to clean the helmet because the helmets can get pretty stinky because they sweat under there. It's a foam that's inside the helmet. So it's, you know, it gets pretty hot in there, so I have to keep her cool and not in like fleece jumpers. So that's what we've been doing. She loves bath time, helmet's off. She gets to splash around. We can wash off the stank. You're doing cute! Yes! Ayabu, can I have kissy? Yo, kissy. Please, give me a kiss. She was supposed to get the helmet a while ago, several months ago. I think the first time we went to Cranial Technologies, which is the specialist that handles the dock band. The first time we went was actually in October, and we were supposed to get the helmet then, so we had to submit some stuff for approval to our insurance company. So we submitted I submitted some stuff, and Cranial Technologies did, and her regular pediatrician did. And I was expecting an approval, and it was denied. So it took us about a month to even hear about the denial. Everything just moves so slow in the insurance world. So pretty much that happened, and we were pissed off, honestly. We were pissed off, so we called the insurance, we talked to them plenty of times, and we finally got to the bottom of the issue, and the issue was that they put the wrong diagnosis in, so it was their problem. So we had to resubmit everything. They put it under craniosynostosis, which is not at all what she has. She's never gotten any tests for craniosynostosis. So someone just messed up and put the wrong thing in the computer. I mean, it sucks, but I guess it happens. So that was kind of a pushback on the helmet, and it's kind of a pressing thing because their head's this is the time where their head's doing most of this growth and all this growth, and she has the soft spot open. So it was pretty essential that we got the helmet then, or sometime soon, because if we waited too long, she might need a secondary helmet, and it would have been a whole debacle. So we talked to the insurance company. They were going to resubmit, and they also wanted us to do, for the approval, they wanted us to go to physical therapy, which is, I've talked about that before on the channel, and I talked about the torticollis, which is the stiff neck. So, surprise, that's resolved. Yay! All the stretching helped, and all the physical therapy. So we're still going to physical therapy just to try and get her moving more, because as you can see, she likes to sit and she likes to eat and she doesn't really want to go anywhere. So pretty much what the physical therapist said was that Layla is very capable of doing all these things, and she knows how to, her body knows how to when pushed to do so, but she simply just doesn't really want to. So she knows how to roll and do things like that, she just doesn't love to do it. So she's a hiney sitter. You like to sit on that hiney, girl? Yes, we are still in physical therapy, but the initial reason for why is resolved. A lot of babies with helmets do go to physical therapy, and a lot of babies with helmets do have torticollis. And the torticollis sometimes comes back after the helmet if it's resolved, and since she's gotten the helmet, it has not come back. We went to physical therapy yesterday, and she told us that it is resolved and it is still fine, which is great. The reason for the helmet, if you're not aware of why babies get helmets, the reason for the helmet is she has something called plagiocephaly, which is a flatness at the back of the head. They get it from laying on their back a lot, which is pretty much what they tell you to do all the time now. Everyone pretty much tells you back is best, and they want you to have your baby on the back to prevent SIDS, and it's just the safest sleeping method. So she loves to be on her back. Hold. No. Go. Tantrum time. So yes, she developed a flatness on the back of her head. And luckily, they have these helmets now to fix that. So that's what this is all about. We do see the specialist, which, like I said, was at Cranial Technologies, or is at Cranial Technologies. We see them every 2 weeks. She has not had the helmet on for 2 weeks yet, but on Friday is her 2-week follow-up appointment. We have had a few issues since getting the helmet. They get measurements of the head for making the helmet, so they take scans and they know the exact measurements to make the helmet, and then we just come and get the helmet. Pretty much when she got it on, it was fine. She's very fair skinned, so you can see everything really well. If she's irritated or something's bothering her from the helmet, it's pretty obvious. You just have to take the helmet off and you'll see it. She did have some redness. They call it like pressure points where they get the redness. She had some redness on her temples on both sides. It was pretty bad. It was really, really red on both sides, and it was really raw, and it was like broken skin. And on top of all that, she also got the flu. So of course, you know, we took her to the hospital. She had a 102-degree fever, and we went to the hospital. She was really normal throughout the whole entire thing. She didn't seem miserable or anything like that. She was very much her normal self. So they didn't actually think that she was going to have the flu, but when the test came back, she did have the flu. So they prescribed her Tamiflu, and actually we all got the flu. It was Mark, me, and then Layla. So luckily we caught hers really early, so it wasn't so bad. Between the helmet and the flu, we decided, well, the helmet marks the redness. We decided to leave the helmet off, and we of course called Cranial Technologies and asked what they thought we should do, and they said leave the helmet off, especially if they have a fever, and to put some cream on those spots and let them heal before putting the helmet on. And then they also wanted to see us for an adjustment on the helmet. We're feeding Puffs now. This is what I do. She needed to get some adjustments on the helmet, and that is why she had those pressure points. And they put some little divots in the inside of the foam to release some of the pressure on her temples. And they also shaved some of this part off because it was a little low and over her eyes, and it still sometimes does that, but the reason for that is that the back of her head doesn't have a curvature yet, so the helmet can slide, but once she develops that curve, then it should hold in place better. Then we put the helmet back on. Pretty good on this helmet thing. The tough start a little bit. We had the helmet off for a little bit, so she hasn't worn it for a full 2 weeks, but I still think when I take the helmet off that it looks like it is shaping out a little better. A lot of people decorate the band, and of course I wanted to do that because that's fun, and it seems like everybody decorates them. So I found this website called Babbleworthy, and they make decals for the helmets and for the bands, but on the back it says looking sharp, and on the front it says her name, and it has different cactuses all over it, and I just thought it was so cute. So I put that all together. It comes with the individual little sticker decals, and it took me like an hour and a half to do it. I was like, oh, it'll be so easy. I can do it on her hour off and clean it and give her back. Like, I thought that I was just gonna like bang it out, but no, it actually takes some time and some effort. And then I sealed it with Mod Podge over top, and so far so good. I mean, it's holding up really well. It looks super cute. People have given her compliments on her helmet. I think that's pretty much it for the helmet. I don't really think there's much else to say. Another thing that I want to touch on is that she did get eye drops for her eye. I've said in a previous video that she has a little bit of a lazy eye. I think it's called like strabismus. The lazy eye is her left eye. So it's this eye right here. I have to put atropine drops into her good eye, which is her right eye. And I made a little bit of a boo-boo the first time, and I put the drops in the bad eye, and you're supposed to put it in the good eye. But I think that makes sense, that you would think, you know, in your head, when you're tired in the morning, that you would put the medicine in the bad eye, but you're not supposed to. You're supposed to put the medicine in the good eye because the atropine is supposed to blur the vision in that eye, so she has to work the muscle in the bad eye. So yeah, the first week was a little rocky because I messed up. Now we're pretty much on track. Her eye's looking a lot better, and hopefully this totally fixes it. That's what we're hoping, right baby? She's getting real grumpy. After this, I'm gonna get a good nap, guys. I just feel it. So yeah, I would say that's pretty much it. The eye drops, the helmet, and all the little milestones that we've been hitting. So yeah, I just can't believe she's 9 months old. It's insane. I just never thought about getting this old. I never thought that far, I guess. We have fun together. We play all day and we nap. We take nice naps like I'm talking about. See, I can't stop talking about the naps because I'm really excited for the nap. So, like I was saying while I'm giving belly rubs over here, if you guys were interested in me at all, which I don't know if you are, probably not, maybe not, but I'm still gonna share, because I'm actually pretty proud. But, so she's 9 months old and I'm 9 months postpartum, and I'm back down to my pre-pregnancy weight. I'm actually a little less than my pre-pregnancy weight. So basically what I was saying was that I was just gonna show you my stomach 9 months postpartum, and yeah, so here we go. I'm just gonna lift it up and show you guys. So this is 9 months postpartum, back to normal, pretty much. Yep. So, pretty happy with it. Can't complain. Alright guys, well that's pretty much it. I don't really have anything else to say today, but if you like this video, then subscribe to the channel, like this video down below, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.